I just had stronger connections with somebody else. Honestly, at the same time, I would have not let it go so far if there was not a connection.
I'm in love with Milton, and I know for a fact that I don't hold grudges with you.
Am I the only one who thinks that maybe these couples should not have been sent on holiday? Maybe they should have shown us more of the pod dates for everyone that actually went into the pods, because these couples are very strange. Surprisingly, Lydia and Milton are actually seem to be the most compatible of all the three couples that went on their honeymoon. Hey, it is what it is. Hey there, thanks for stopping by. It's your girl Valerie. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe, click the like button, turn on the notification bell for when I upload new videos, and definitely leave a comment. In this episode, I'll be reviewing Love is Blind, Season 5, Episode 5. So Uche's in the men's lounge. He's having a conversation that is very confused. He doesn't understand why Aliyah left. The fact that she was in the women's lounge with Lydia is not good enough reason for her to just leave without saying anything. And the guys are also shocked because they can't understand why she'd suddenly just pack her bags and leave without saying anything. And you can see Milton is a very analytical thinker. You can see that he's trying to process that. What did I miss? What happened? What was I not told? What else is there to this story that I don't know about that would cause Aliyah to just pack her things and leave? And so Uche still maintains that he has no idea what was happening. He has this, and it's like, if roles were reversed, you would have kicked a fit and you would have left. If you were so upset about the fact that she didn't tell her ex that she cheated on him and you interrogated her for hours until she started crying, we can only imagine what would have happened if she had said her ex was in the women's lounge, in the men's lounge with you. So please don't play ignorant. Anyway, he goes for his confessional and then, he speaks to the producers. They, he's sort of wanting to know where exactly is Aaliyah. Is she on a flight? Has she gone home? Where is she? And they offer him two choices. We can either give you her number and you can call her once you get home, or we can call her for you and see if she's willing to talk to you. And he prefers to speak to her while he's there. And so the producers call Aliyah. They explain to her that Uche is asking, if he could have a conversation with her. She agrees to have a conversation. And so it sort of comes out that, you know, during her conversation with Lydia, she said to Lydia, if Uche doesn't propose, you're welcome to have him back. And whether Lydia sort of kicked you off and you dropped an F bomb and said, I don't want him back, blah, 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 blah. I think it became too tense for her in the women's lounge, and this is why she left. And his response is, well, you let some girl get in between us. What if we were married? It's like, please, you are in the wrong. You should be apologizing. You should be empathizing. You should be making her feel comfortable. For you to now throw a fit at the fact that she didn't leave you a letter, she didn't speak to you, she didn't leave any communication for you to know what was happening, apart from the fact that she's withdrawn from the experiment, doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. If you need to take ownership of your part of this whole mess, and you know apologize first and foremost. You need to apologize. I'm so sorry. You had to go through that with Lydia. I will have a conversation with Lydia once we leave the process, because, or when I see her, because I don't think this is acceptable. I still love you. I still want to marry you. Not for you to say we're done and then you storm off. Well, good riddance then. So you have the Milton and Lydia reveal. I am very anxious for Milton because I think their age gap is too big. I don't think I'm worried that they might not work, really. That's the honest truth. Because of the fact that I know he seems emotionally intelligent, and I know he seems very mature for his age, but still I am worried that Lydia can be a bit too much, and because Milton is very mellow and is very sort of calm, she might sort of railroad him. They seem very excited on first sight. They really like what they see. They're very ecstatic. Lydia is actually very calm given how she behaved in the first sort of couple of episodes. It's nice to see her sort of just compose herself and just be settled and just enjoy the moment. Obviously, the issue about the age came up. Milton looked very cute with his little mustache, and Lydia was teasing him that did he get it cut off because he was, we didn't, did he keep it because And Lydia was teasing him that did he keep his little mustache because he knew that if he took it off he might look like a 12-year-old. He was very conscious of his age and was worried that he didn't look too young. And so do I think they're compatible? Maybe if there wasn't the age gap. Maybe. But I don't know. We'll see how it plays out. Anyway, sadly, they only have 3 couples that they sent to Cancun, and it's like, does it mean that they are the only couples that got engaged, or do they feel like the other couples that got engaged just did it to be on TV? I think they should have just still continued to show them, unless they have more sort of material from the couples that did not get engaged. I think they should have tried and at least aimed for 5. But you can't force people to be in a relationship if they're not ready to be in a relationship. So it is what it is. Am I the only one who thinks that this season should have just ended in the pods with nobody proposing, if that was going to be the case? I think they should have shown us more of the dates than actually send people, to Mexico, because there's really nothing. So you have all the couples arriving Cancun, you have Taylor and JP walk into their room where a violinist is playing. Something is going on with JP and Taylor. I don't quite get it as yet because they seem very awkward. It seems like there's something that they want to say, but they don't want to say it on camera. And JP keeps saying, "So what do I do now? So what do I do now?" And it's like, you said you fell in love with this woman, you proposed to her, at least talk to her, have quality time. It seems Taylor was having to fill in the time by constantly kissing him. And it's like, make it make sense. They arrived, she kept kissing him. She asked him, "Is there anything you want to say?" No. They went into the jacuzzi. "Is there anything you want to say?" No. And the American flag shorts. Oh my God. Oh my God. I don't get that. I don't get that at all. But anyway. And then you have Izzy and Stacey. Izzy and Stacey just want to um, rip each other's clothes off. That's the impression that I get. I don't think there's any substance to that relationship. I think it's a more of a sexual attraction. I think they went for each other because they knew it was an easy option. And once they saw each other on first sight, they were like, okay, we're off to the races. And I think that's all they're going to do. And I was actually pleasantly surprised with Milton and Lydia because they seem to have a bit more substance than the other couples. They sort of were happy to be in Cancun. I like the fact that they were over analyzing each other's physical features, and it was cute. And then they took a shower. I don't know why Love is Blind likes to always put people in the shower, but hey, it is what it is. Thank God they moved away. Maybe they got too busy for the producers. And then from there, everybody went to bed. There was no evening meal, and it's like, what really is going on? What really is going on? Make it make sense. I don't get it. And then so everybody goes to bed, and in the morning you have uh, Milton and Lydia sort of reminiscing about the night and, how they feel waking up to one another. Milton, as I said, is an analytical thinker. So he is happy to be there and is actually enjoying his time with Lydia. Lydia's on her best behavior thus far. So it's cute to see them. I think they're going to be the most stable of all the couples. I think the chaos is going to start once they come back home and everybody starts analyzing their age difference. But for now, they seem to be at peace. So in the morning, everybody wakes up, and it's awkward with Taylor and JP. Oh my God. I remember in season 2, they said Ayana struggled with the filming with having producers around and everybody else. So I understand that nervousness. But with JP, I think part of it is the fact that he's not used to having people standing over him, sort of recording him. And part of it, he's feeling some type of way about Taylor and is trying to find a more delicate way of sort of expressing himself. That's the impression that I get. I don't think she is what he expected her to be. So the way he keeps staring at her gives me pause for concern. I hope he doesn't break her heart. And it's a pity. I think in the pods, people at times get fixated on who they think they're talking to and their idea of the person that they're talking to. They fail to actually properly listen and sort of look out for any red flags. That way they can move on. I don't think Taylor was and JP maybe were ideal. I did say this before that I didn't quite get their relationship, how they got to proposal, because we didn't really get to see them that much. They were the first couple to propose to one another. And it's awkward. Even when he makes her coffee and they sit at the table, she does try to speak to him and he's just staring at her. And it's like, oh, please say something. Say yes, say no, say maybe, anything. Give her something. Because she at one point had to say to him, "You need to give me something." And apparently, I think once the producers had gone, she spoke to him and said to him, you have to give me something. I can't just be talking on my own. And he said, "Well, if you want to talk, just go ahead and talk." And it's like, what did you expect? Did you expect just to go to Mexico and enjoy a holiday without filming? What did you expect? If you didn't want to be filmed, you should have told them once you proposed that, "I'm sorry, but I want to opt out of filming." And they could have looked for somebody else instead of you being there and just staring at her. That was strange. And then you have Izzy and Stacy. Well, apparently Stacy blocked the toilet. They seem very ecstatic. It seems they had sex, so they're in a happy place. Although the toilet is blocked, they seem more comfortable around each other when you compare them to Taylor and JP. They seem more at ease. They seem more relaxed. They were more excited about the fact that they had had sex than anything else. That was my only takeaway. Um, I think it's going to be more of a sexual relationship than anything. I don't think there's any depth to that connection. I might be wrong. We'll see how it plays out. And surprisingly, out of the three couples, Lydia and Milton are actually my favorite. That's far. The fact that they can joke about their age, the fact that when they're joking about their age, they remind me of Shanice and Jeffy. If you watch Married at First Sight, Shanice is older than Jeffy, and they used to tease each other about it. And this is the same thing that Milton and Lydia are doing, but it's not in a negative way. They're just joking. They spoke about, they were ecstatic about the night. Apparently, they tried to have sex, and then room service walked in. The fact that they want to have children, but they want to wait 5 years. So in 5 years, Milton will be 29 and Lydia will be 35. And he was sort of saying, because I think there's children that are sort of playing in the area, and he's like, well, looking at it, I think let's wait 10 years. And it's like, well, in 10 years she'll be 40. And she says, well, I'll be too old by then to have children because, it should be considered a geriatric pregnancy. So I don't know. It's nice to see them. It's nice to see how relaxed they are around one another, how they complement each other. I didn't expect that from them. I really didn't, if I'm going to be honest. I really didn't expect that. So all three couples meet up on the beach. Before the meeting, you have Stacy sort of telling Izzy that when you have a conversation with Lydia, I want you to speak in English. Don't speak in Spanish because I want to be able to understand what's being said. And it's like, how insecure are you? How insecure are you? But anyway, it is what it is. So all the couples arrive on the beach, and you can still see Taylor and JP. They're still there. They're still awkward. Taylor just sat down and started eating and just left JP to sort of mix and mingle with the other guys. And they seemed a bit more comfortable around the guys than he did with Taylor. He did play cornball. And so there was, Lydia and Stacey sort of cheering the boys on. Obviously, Stacey said, you know, Milton is very young. He looks like he doesn't know what he's doing. She sort of described him as a surgeon, more or less, who scrubs in and just waits to be directed to where he's going. And it's like, well, if he's a surgeon, yes, he might not know about the setting in the theater or what you do to get the theater ready for him. But at the end of the day, he's able to carry out his job, which is to operate on the patient. So I don't know what she meant by that. I think she was just being sarcastic. So you then have Izzy pull Lydia for a chat. I think Izzy was disappointed. I think Izzy expected to have the type of conversation that Mallory had with Jared, or maybe the one Colin had with Cole. I personally think JP expected Lydia to be upset by the fact that he dumped her and the fact that she gets to see him with Stacy. But Lydia said, I'm happy with Milton. I'm really in love. Milton treats me the way I want to be treated. And so it is what it is. And I think this disappointed him because he wasn't expecting that. I think he expected her to be pining over him. And so the idea that she's moved on and she doesn't even give two hoots about him, I think somehow bruised his ego, although he didn't say anything. And then Stacy and Taylor had a conversation sort of about their relationships and their connections. And, Taylor was talking about the fact that it's difficult with JP because he really doesn't say much. And she's the one who's constantly creating conversations. And she's tired of that. Even in her confessional, she said, I know I like to talk, but I can't be the only person talking in a relationship or starting conversations for forever. That's not attainable. Yes, she's dated quiet people, but this is a bit too much. And so she did try and sort of have a conversation because all the other couples were playing games on the beach. They were enjoying each other's company. And the two of them, it's just awkward. It's just awkward. I know he said it's a bit too much. I don't know whether he thinks the production aspect of it is a bit too much. I think most people are comfortable in the pods because it's just them and the mic and there's no one else sort of telling them what to say or when to say it. I think it's just a matter of them being told, oh, your time is up, it's time to go. And so I think he's finding the production aspect of it uncomfortable. But at least if that's uncomfortable, then when production is not there, what are they doing or what are they saying? It can't be all bad though all the time. It seems that's how it is. And I think this is why she's frustrated and she doesn't know what to do, even though she's got this strong bond with this guy. I don't know. Maybe once they come back from the honeymoon and they're back, you know, they will be more comfortable in their own environment. I don't know. We'll see how it plays out, but it's really sad. I feel sorry for Taylor. Anyway, thanks guys for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And click the link in my bio to watch my review for episode 4. Thanks everyone. Bye.